Welcome to a channel that helps you learn how to transform destructive beliefs into constructive ones through daily practice. How to be your best self. How to have good and stress-free relationships with all different personalities. Turning small positives into big changes. How to be more resilient in the face of adversity. Before I get into the main topic, it is necessary to mention a few basic and important points as an introduction. First, why should we constantly and daily take care of our mental health? Mind is like our backyard garden. Just as if we leave our backyard garden alone, weeds will grow in it. If we do not take constant care of our mind, unwanted thoughts will grow in it like weeds, which may get out of control and harm our psyche. You brush your teeth every day and take care of your physical health with daily exercise and a proper diet, but most people pay less or no attention to their mental health. Even though we all know that mental health has a significant impact on physical health. Daily mental health care, having a beautiful mind, controlling stress and worry, and being more resilient in the face of hardships. Awareness of the functioning of the subconscious mind has a significant impact on mental health. The first question that arises is, what is the difference between the conscious and subconscious mind? The conscious mind is our five senses, what it sees, hears, feels, and acts on at that moment, but the subconscious mind stores all events and transforms them into a belief or idea. In other words, it is the seat of habits, beliefs, and controls most of our actions. So we can say that the subconscious mind is like the largest part of an iceberg hidden underwater. It is usually by using the subconscious mind that we can make right or wrong decisions. So it has great power. We all encounter a series of bitter and sweet events every day, which gradually and over time our subconscious mind, it automatically and crudely constructs its own beliefs, ideas, and logic. In short and in colloquial terms, the subconscious mind accepts whatever you tell it. It makes no distinction between destructive and constructive thoughts. If you say, "I am a weak and miserable person," the subconscious mind will act on that and lead to false beliefs and destructive emotions. Therefore, it is very important to be careful not to let it go down a bad path and to direct it in a positive direction so that we can benefit from its powerful force. In other words, we must feed our subconscious mind healthily on a daily and consistent basis. Unfortunately, most people do not take care of their subconscious mind and leave it alone. As a result, negative experiences over time turn into destructive beliefs and cause pessimism and dissatisfaction within the person. Rarely, these thoughts become intrusive and cause the person to despair about life and may even lead to depression. Is when the subconscious mind is out of control, and it will be very difficult to return to normal. The third point is to correct and guide the subconscious mind in a positive direction. One of the major goals of mental health is to optimize the image we have of ourselves. The importance of the issue is that it is our mental image of ourselves that determines what behavior and speech we will produce. Those whose self-image is based on negative beliefs will also perceive the normal behaviors of others as negative, and as a result, will constantly have a negative and bad relationship with others. They are also unable to give verbal compliments. Changing harmful beliefs and ideas that have already been installed in the mind and transforming them into a good mental reality is not an easy task. This must be done through regular, repetitive, and continuous practice. The fourth point is to choose the positive from everyday events, the majority of which are unpleasant. To better clarify this issue, it is better to refer to the experience of Viktor Emil Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist and philosopher in concentration camps. In these camps, he not only witnessed the deaths of his parents, pregnant wife, and brother, but also experienced all kinds of mental and physical torture, such as humiliation, insults, sleeplessness, hunger, and forced labor in harsh conditions, which he described in a book titled Man's Search for Meaning. He achieved a milestone and a great achievement during his time in that labor camp. The importance of the issue here is that we learn this experience from a psychologist who himself has endured the most difficult situation in life for a long time, so we can say that his finding is an important and proven scientific experience. He realized that only those who were searching for spiritual meaning in their lives were able to overcome those difficult circumstances and save their half-healthy lives from danger. But in those camps where the most difficult and horrific conditions to live were, what could there be to find meaning? Frankl's important finding was that even having love for very small things, such as liking a flower or a family photo or creating a desired job or hoping for the future, can create meaning. There is no set formula for determining meaning in life, and it is different for each person. You are the one who must create meaning for yourself. According to Frankl's experience, we soon come to the conclusion that we have many more positive things in our lives to love and cherish. All we need to do is cultivate them with regular and specific exercises. So, what do you think about this video? If it was useful to you, your support by liking will help this video reach more people who might need it. If you have any ideas, I would be very happy if you could write to me and leave a comment. The fifth point is that we will be ourselves. In these exercises, we are not going to change ourselves. You must be yourself, but the best of yourself, love yourself, and have a noble and honest personality. The sixth tip, the best time to exercise is in the morning, when you have just woken up and are alone and want to get ready to start a good and beautiful day. Don't forget to increase your exercise in times of crisis or mental conflict. The seventh point is the need for adequate sleep. It is often mentioned that one of the conditions for achieving mental health is adequate sleep. But how? As we all know, getting enough sleep is not something that everyone can do. It is impossible to get adequate and comfortable sleep amidst major and minor stresses or an influx of negative thoughts. So it is essential to first improve our mental health to provide the foundation for adequate and comfortable sleep. Eighth point, good communication. One of the valuable effects of improving mental health, providing the opportunity to have good communication with others. I will not address the issue of social etiquette, as it is a separate topic. Tip 9, constancy of the effects of the mental practices. Do these exercises in a way that will make them more constant. It is recommended that you write down your appropriate exercises on a piece of paper and review them in the morning. It should be repeated and continuous enough so that it becomes firmly embedded in the mind and can replace previous harmful beliefs. Finally, the last point, 2 physical exercises for better brain function. One of the best exercises for increasing blood flow to the brain is the squat exercise. Stand up. You can lock your hands together or bring each hand to the opposite ear and grab the earlobes. Then, if you don't have knee problems, bend your knees as much as you can and stand up again. Do this movement at least 20 times or more. The second exercise is Tai Chi. This exercise helps to harmonize the mind and body and is known as an effective way to reduce stress and inner peace, improve mood, and increase concentration. Tai Chi has different styles. The Yang style is considered the best option for beginners. Please refer to online videos for proper instruction. I am carefully preparing my next video to ensure the highest quality. The exercises will start with relevant explanations. It will be available in the coming weeks. Thank you for your patience. Please subscribe to stay informed about upcoming content.